Welcome to a shiny new episode of the You Name It podcast. It's been a while.
What on, Jerry?
Hey.
Hey.
It's Davin Christensen.
How you been?
Oh, I'm just, did you hear that? I blew into the mic. I had to move my pop filter. It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
Doing nothing.
What episode is this
Stuff
anyway?
that people do when they're unemployed still.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, sure does. But let's dedicate this shiny new episode to Tennessee Jimmy Talby.
He's been begging for one lately, hasn't he?
And the You Name It sisters, which is my nieces, Sarah and Hannah.
Oh, they've been dying for one too, huh?
I don't know about dying, but they listen. I think Sarah's listened to them all, and Hannah's working on it. She's binging from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So I think she's probably still got another 100 before she catches up to this one.
Cody at your previous job was asking when we're coming out with another one.
Well, here it is, Cody. Dedicated to Cody, too. A fine musician. I've seen him on Facebook playing music. Have you?
No, I don't have Facebook.
Oh, that's right.
It's Meta,
You're
Jerry.
not
It's not Facebook anymore. It's Meta.
It's Meta. It is. Welcome to the new Meta. It used to be called Facebook. Why'd they change the name? What's the story?
It's the new Meta universe that they're pushing.
So, if I get this right, that means we're not just Facebook. We're way more than that. We do other things. We do Facebook portal.
Right.
But whatever the hell.
I mean, there's a whole market developed, that you can invest in based on the Meta universe now.
A market?
That's supposed to be the new best thing, You could buy stocks that are heavily into the Meta universe.
So it's the name of their new company, and it's the rename of their old company, but it's also some other thing too that other people can be in the metaverse. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. It's a new platform they're coming out with that people are going to be engaged with on their phones and everything else, and they could build. Some of the stuff is open architecture, so you could build your own buildings and universes and space and.
I've got that's really.
It sounds like LSD driven to me.
Yeah, what's really what I think about that? It's I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
I don't care. I really don't right now. And I'm sure Tennessee Jimmy Talby doesn't care about Meta either. Meta.
Well,
Sounds like a name you'd call someone to piss them off.
I know. Well, I can tell you one thing.
Hey, Meta. Nice job creating Facebook, Meta.
I did do one thing that was super cool at SEMA, and you would think SEMA is a auto manufacturer's show, like accessories and stuff like that.
Society of Engineering and
right.
I don't even know what it's
mechanical, whatever. Anyway, it's in Vegas every year, and this year we had a booth there, and it was a lot less crowded than usual. But the coolest thing there was not even in the booth.
What was it?
It was the Tesla tunnel.
Wait, Tesla towel?
Tunnel.
Tesla tunnel. Okay.
So
what do they do there? What is that?
So Elon Musk has a company called the Boring Company.
He sure does.
And you can't invest in it unless you're invited and you have like $35 million. I already looked into it. But they're tunneling. They're building these precast concrete forms, and they're tunneling under the earth. And what they did was they built a tunnel going from the West Hall to the Central Hall to the North Hall.
Okay.
Or South.
They connected
South Hall.
these different convention halls by underground tunnel.
And then they have a Tesla. You walk up in this queue line that's got like 18 parking spaces, and it's also a charging station. It's a solar panels above, and they charge the cars. And you just hop in a car, and it takes you to whichever hall you want to go to through these tunnels.
So you get a car ride from one to the other.
Yep.
What if you're carrying something?
You can put it in the trunk.
So yeah, you can use them.
But it
just seems strange because usually when you're working in a convention hall, nothing would fit in a car that you're dealing with.
Yeah, but it was completely free, and they just got approval to go another 29 miles in Vegas. And eventually the cars will be driverless, so you'll just walk up and hop in a car, and it'll take you where you want to go.
Okay, so instead of just doing what we could do and put an electric tram under there,
right,
going from place to place, he's got to have his cars there. Well,
it was
marketing.
good marketing for them, and I mean they got up to 45 miles an hour, and a lot of people have never ridden in a Tesla, so it's butts in seats, and they're talking about he wants to do a tunnel from L.A. all the way to Vegas. And then the 29-mile extension will go to the airport. You go to the airport from downtown Vegas for $6 is what our driver was telling us.
Yeah. So instead of being like a subway or light rail that they have in every other city, it's just his cars taking you on a special track.
But
I don't know what to think about that. Let's ask the listeners. Caller. Oh, that's right. We don't do that. Somebody tell us if they care about the Tesla cars underground on Facebook, on You Name It podcast on Facebook.
Well, eventually,
that's what we need to know.
Eventually, it rolls into the whole Virgin Atlantic idea of the Hyperloop, too, which is the high-speed magnetic train that runs through tubes as well.
That's the one I want, because that's the one that would work better than just cars, I think.
Right, but I have a feeling that the Elon Musk Boring Company is going to be involved somehow.
Well, sure, since he owns everything anyway. Him and Jeff Bezos, They own the world now. Do I have any notes on that? Let me see. Nope, don't have any notes on that. It's been so long, ladies and germs, that we have all these topics that I don't even really know what they mean.
Go through a couple of them, because it's been a while. I know, when was our last show? God, it's been months, because I did Texas State Fair.
I don't remember.
And then I was in Vegas.
I could look it up, but I don't really want to. You know, because it could piss somebody off if we say how long it's been.
Yeah, well, you got your teeth ripped out.
Yeah, we did that.
We both had birthdays. Thanksgiving is past now.
It's probably been since August, right? July or August.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, doesn't matter. We're back right now.
Woohoo!
You can hear us. See? There we are. All right, here's some topics that I have no idea what they're about.
Okay.
Topic number 1, hoverboard bug killer, $365 or rental special of $65. Do you know what that is?
No idea.
That's attributed to listener Laura. Sorry, Laura. Who also said, the next thing said, Laura says there's a fox in Tucson.
Okay.
Yeah, but I kind of know what that is. Last episode, we talked about it's not a chain, but there's a certain amount of live events theaters, like old school theaters, around the country that are all the Fox.
The Fox Theater, yeah.
Fox Detroit, Fox St. Louis.
There's one in Atlanta.
There's a Fox in Tucson, too. I don't know if that's the same thing. The Tucson one seems like... Do you think there's one by that same maker in Tucson?
Yeah, there's also a lot of Fillmores, too. Because I know there's a Fillmore in Miami Beach.
Yeah, but that's just a name. So for the listeners, what we're talking about is there was this...
It's a theater, too!
Chain.
It's a theater, too, Jerry!
It's not the same thing, is it? Because the Fox, they were all built the same way, same design, same decorations, because they were from Fox, 20th Century Fox, to show their movies back in the 20s or whatever it was.
Okay.
So they had a whole bunch of them. They're all the same. You walk into one and you're like, wow, holy shit, I'm in St. Louis, but I'm in Detroit. For us, because we spend so much time on shows there.
Right.
We just say that. We say we spent a bunch of time on shows there, and then when the listeners don't realize that it's the live events industry that we worked in, they'll think that we're stars.
Yeah. And taking the stage.
Had a lot of shows there at the Fox. That's where I met you, was at the Fox, David.
Yeah, we should have written on the wall. in the back, like
Yeah.
we're stars. Grab our Sharpies.
A lot of people do that. You ever see green rooms in the back? Of course you have.
Oh, yeah.
But the people haven't. People sign their names, like bands will sign their names in the green room, which is the place for them to wait until they go on and have some hors d'oeuvres.
I like when they sign the wall and then someone takes a frame and puts the frame around the wall to
They just
highlight it.
hang an empty frame
An empty
around
frame.
it?
Yeah, it's like, okay. I've seen that done a couple times backstage.
Yeah. Speaking of music, Davin,
Uh-huh.
have you ever noticed that all death metal, you're familiar with death metal music, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why do every single singer sound like the Cookie Monster? Have you noticed that?
Oh, I know. It's great.
Cookies.
Oh.
Topic from Arizona.
Yep.
That was from Walt.
Well, my angry heavy metal band name.
Cookies.
Black Tar Urine, that is our name.
Black Tar Urine. We had the show titled that at one point.
Yep.
I mean, the show title wasn't that. We had an episode titled Black Tar Urine.
That's a
I don't
great heavy
remember.
metal band name. That's great.
Is that all we were doing was band names?
Yep.
Listener Jeff Woodruff says that if you start a sentence with the words "looky here," that everyone has to listen. That it's a rule.
Oh, okay. Well, look.
Tip I got from a listener.
Look,
So looky here, Davin.
looky here, Jerry. I woke up the other day, and
Yeah, I have to pay attention because you said those words.
have you ever had something in your belly button and you don't know what it is?
And I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'll eventually find out.
Well, I don't know how long it's been there. That's the thing. I had this little blue thing in my belly button, and I popped it out, and I'm trying to think, when did I wear something blue?
Was it like a pearl? Did you create a pearl like an oyster? did?
I don't know. I might have. But then I started wondering, how long has it been in there? And was it a different color and it's just changed to blue now?
Like we just lost some listeners. I could hear them. I could hear them shutting the door on the way out.
Piece of blue lint in his belly button.
Everybody gets lint in their belly button unless they have an Audi, right?
Right. And then
Never
you're.
thought about that before
I wonder if people with Audis are depressed because of that.
because they can't save it up and make a pillow.
Exactly. Another.
Yeah.
Looky here, Jerry. Another thing I noticed right before
Yeah.
doing this show is I took a Q-tip and I cleaned out my ears, and my earbuds fit better in my ears now that they're clean.
Were they too tight before? Is that what you're saying?
I'm thinking.
I don't know. It's a mystery, just like my belly button. Was there anything blue inside your ears?
No,
Just check it. You never know what's going on with you.
that's true.
With all these new strains of COVID popping out, you don't know what the side effects may be if you have it.
Yep, there's going to be another one in another 6 months.
You could be the guy who's get the side effect blue pearl belly button.
I think people are over it, though, Jerry.
Well, a lot of people are dying, and that
Right,
they don't get
but-
over that.
But I mean, I think they're over the whole mandates and locked in and all that shit, and I don't think they're going to put up with another round of locking people away and shutting down economies. And
we'll have to see, really, because it won't have a lot to do with whether or not they like it. It'll have more to do with how many more people start dying.
yeah,
So let's hope that that it's true about the new. I was just going for a really stupid joke too. For the new strain, Thanos. No, it's not Thanos.
It's
That's a super villain.
Xavier.
Omicron or something. Let's hope that it ends up. What I just read today was it's mild. The symptoms are mild. It's just more contagious with mild symptoms. Well, wouldn't we rather have that?
Yeah, well,
Like, you can catch it easier, but it's not going to kill you.
I think at this,
Get to the not dying part is what we need, right?
yeah, well, at this point, I just want to know. I don't believe any of the numbers out there anymore.
I know
'Cause-
you're susceptible to that.
Well, it's like you say we're 70%, vaccinated. Then you told us the vaccine, worked, and then people with the vaccine are getting it. Oh, but they're not dying from it. Well,
they never said the vaccine worked. They always said from the beginning that they don't know how effective it will be.
Right, and now you need
They're hoping
booster
and that's
shots.
why they give you 90-something% efficacy. See that? Big word. But then, I mean, that's where there's misconceptions. People out there are under the impression that they told us lies when generally everything that people think is a lie that was been told to them actually wasn't. It was just their impression.
Yeah.
That I thought we were going to be good. No one said that. They just said you have a less likely chance of dying if you get the infection again after vaccination.
The good news was Fauci said that if you are vaccinated and your family members are vaccinated, you could celebrate Thanksgiving. Well, thank you, Mr. Fauci.
Yeah, he did, because was it last year? They're saying you probably shouldn't get together.
Yeah, fuck him.
Going to kill each other.
I'm so sick of that old man. He needs to be working behind the counter at a Speedway.
Yeah. I mean, people don't like him. People do like him. I'm indifferent. He's just telling us information about a virus.
But who asked him? I didn't fucking ask his opinion.
Oh, it's his job, though.
I know.
He's hired by the president to do that.
I know. I don't want to hear from him.
Even the last president had him, too.
I know.
He's just been there for forever.
Yeah.
But now people think he's some sort of a criminal. And I'm like, how? What? The thing is that somewhat bothers me is that people turn into this whole deal now where I've seen a bunch of this, and you should be happy you're not on Facebook. Seen a bunch of this stuff where first it was 3 weeks, then it was years, and then now there's a new virus. It's all about fear. It's just them trying to keep us in fear, and I'm like, so the whole world is in on it? I mean, it's not just U.S. pharmaceutical companies and Dr. Fauci who are telling you stuff. The entire world is doing it.
It's based on politics, Jerry.
No, but I'm talking about logic.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. No, I heard.
You could think like, oh, there's something behind this, that it's some sort of a conspiracy that either the liberals or the conservatives, whoever, it doesn't matter. It's not political to me.
Yeah.
Some side of somebody is just lying to us. Well, then you have to have the whole world agree to be on it. We couldn't. How many years before a kid just realizes that there's no Santa Claus? That's like the biggest conspiracy out there.
What are you saying, Jerry?
Shut up. Shut up. Like I just ruined it for you. Think about it. That is really the biggest conspiracy that happens in anyone's life, is the idea that every grown-up that you know tells you that there's a Santa Claus.
Yeah, how did we all get on board with that?
They can only keep that thing going for like 4 years,
But Jerry, they've kept the 9/11 thing a secret for years.
Which part? I don't even know. See?
I play the conspiracy card right there.
Yeah, but you know my point, though.
Right.
You can't even keep a 4-year-old kid convinced. Then, and they get so the whole world is in on it. We're going to do the whole COVID thing. It's way more productive than the Santa Claus thing. We're going to keep people afraid. Yeah. I don't get it. Whatever.
Well, one of our
Why do I have airplane bathroom ashtrays, federal regulation written down? Do you know what that is?
No. Were you on an older airplane at some point that still had an ashtray in the bathroom?
Let's see. Let's pop that into the Google. Make that noise with your mouth. Oh shit! I just pushed the microphone button by accident.
Oops.
You ever do that? I like to do that though. People at home, if you're wearing a Bluetooth headset and your computer you're looking at, push the little microphone button. Then you can just tell it stuff. It'll just listen to you, just like the smart assistants.
Yeah, I hate the car ones though. Half the time it doesn't work.
U.S. Airlines. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
It's just the car Bluetooth. Half the time it doesn't work.
The Bluetooth or the personal assistant shit?
The personal assistant shit when you're trying to call someone in the car. It could just be my car. It could be just
I think that
my
a
friend.
lot of them are stupid.
It's my friends list.
Everybody's name's wrong.
Call Jerry, and it goes. Would you like to call Harry? No. Would you like to call Barry? Shutting down. Like what a.
It just turns
It
off.
just gives up. Yep.
Let's see.
So your bathroom.
So the reason why they have the ashtrays in the bathroom is because people are assholes. The real reason is that the FAA made it a requirement to have an ashtray in the bathroom because if they don't have one in there, the people who try and cheat and smoke will put their smoke out and cause a cabin fire because they'll throw it in the garbage can.
Okay.
So the only reason you have ashtrays still in the bathroom is that, so that an idiot doesn't try and put it in the garbage and have your plane blow up. We learned something today on the You Name It podcast.
Sometimes you just give up with rules and go on with your day, huh?
No, they just realized that everybody's an asshole.
Yep.
And there's no clearer evidence for that than what happens now on planes. You know, where everybody fights with each other.
Uh-huh.
Now passengers are going crazy, and it doesn't even have to do with masks anymore. Now they just feel like they can just start fights and scream at people.
Yep.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird out there, Davin.
I did see that fake one where the girl had long hair and threw it over the back of her seat.
Okay,
So-
I don't know this one.
So it was on a plane, and in the other passenger sitting behind her took a picture of it. But I think it was a setup because I mean it's blocking his screen and all that other stuff. But the entitlement.
Yeah, that's probably bullshit. Because how comfortable can anybody be with their hair hanging on the back side of the seat, flipped up over those seats? That was just a clickbait thing.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, what else can we get rid of here? The Chrome browser had a deal with Microsoft Digital Rights Management so that they were able to how do I explain this? The Philips Hue lights, you have those.
Yes.
So you can set your lights to react to what's on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have a box that you can do it with that costs way too much money, the Hue Sync box, or you can do it with your computer, which I've been doing for years, until they lost their deal with Microsoft, the Chrome browser did, and now it says you can't have access to this video because they think you're recording it or something.
Okay.
That makes sense. So now the lights don't work. You have to go to Firefox, or you have to do what I did, and you have to like revert to an old version of Chrome and never update it so that you can watch your shows on your Netflix and have the screen work like it's supposed to with the lights.
Okay, so it's running through your laptop. You're running your shows through your laptop to your TV.
Yeah, so I just have the HDMI plugged into the TV, and then I have the lights all throughout the room, and it changes with whatever I'm watching. Explosions will be big, bright, and fire will be all over the place and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Now,
But the whole purpose of those lights, I mean, there's the lights that I bought. They're called what are they called? I know that you looked at them before, too. They're like two little light bars that you can buy. It was like $75, made specifically to go behind your TV.
Yep.
And they work really good. But if you're specifically making something like that and you buy it, shouldn't it continue to work? Can't Philips just figure out a way? Because to use this, you have to have your Philips app open and on.
Okay.
So can't Philips just say, hey, everybody, this app isn't recording video, it's reacting to the video. Can we get a pass on this? Why wouldn't they worry about that either? That's the whole point of this topic is why isn't fucking Philips trying to fucking fix their fucking problem?
Because they'll sell you a sync box for $400 instead, and most people will give up and buy the sync box.
Yeah, you're probably right. And it's sad that we have to always think that way. It's just sad, David.
Well, it's the bait and switch type stuff that everyone does. I mean, remember when streaming TV was cheap? It was like $35 a month, and now it's $70 a month.
Are you talking about the cost for internet?
Just for different streaming services, like YouTube TV
Oh, okay.
and those other ones. They get
Shit,
you.
I remember when Netflix was like $7 a month,
Yep.
right?
And everyone's sharing accounts and family plans, and
Yeah, now they got to make it as expensive as cable.
there's so many choices out there, and it's all shit.
I feel like I'm actually paying, overall, I'm paying as much as I used to pay for like a premium package cable service.
Yeah, when you add
Maybe
up
not
all
with
your,
all the movie channels, but, you know.
well, what do you have? I've got Amazon, I've got Hulu, I've got Disney Plus.
Well, some of them are family accounts.
Okay.
Because we have 4 members of the family that live in the same house. We're not breaking the rules either because we live in the same house.
Right.
So, like, they use my Netflix. I have Prime. They have their own Prime because for some reason the video thing doesn't work on family accounts well. I don't know why. I haven't looked into it.
Yep.
But then we have Hulu through them, which came with Disney Plus, and I have Discovery Plus, and I now have a free. I told you about that, didn't I? The Paramount Plus with T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Gavin?
Yes, you did tell me
so
about that.
I have the free. Is it a year or 6 months? It's a year, isn't it?
I don't remember. I didn't look into it because I've got enough.
I think
of
it's a
them.
1 full year for free. Which, not once you open up the app, now you can see why it's free. For a year.
Not a lot of
there's
choices.
fucking nothing on there.
Yeah. What do you get? Like bar?
I don't even know if Yellowstone's on that app. On the
That's like their
servers.
biggest show.
I know. I think that's part of the premium. So we have the basic for free, and I don't want to pay for the premium.
Right.
That's where you would get the other stuff, probably. You watch Yellowstone, Davin?
No, I never got into that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, what did I just watch this weekend? Oh, on, I don't remember which of the platforms it was, but I watched 9 Perfect Strangers.
I've heard that one. Is that the person or self-help thing?
Yeah, Nicole Kidman's
what I
in
thought,
it. And
We were going to watch that. Oh, wait a minute. I got to skip back. Just skip back for a second. So with all of the cost of Prime and Discovery Plus and Netflix and my internet connection, it's still going to be like $150 a month.
yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
Just like when you had cable TV with internet and it was $150 a month.
Yep,
They're going to get us.
they will.
But did you like the 9 Perfect Strangers?
I did. And it said
Like a weird choice for you.
I know.
for some reason.
Well, I ran out of stuff to watch. So,
Ask me, I know everything since that's all I can do these days.
well, I did break down and get something to keep me occupied other than just watching TV. So
Yes, you did. Do you want to tell everybody what that is?
I bought myself a golden tea machine.
A real live golden tea machine.
Yep, and another expense. Yep, because it's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, I saw pictures. It looks cool.
It's $99
And if you're like
a year to
that,
be online. So
It's more than that. $99 a year to be online, and then another hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get the new courses, right?
yeah, it's $600 for the upgrade.
But you said you could like skip it.
You could
and do it every
skip a couple of years, yeah, and it brings you up. So instead of like if they come out with 4 new courses next year, I might skip it and wait a year, and then when they come out with another 4 courses, get the upgrade then, and then you're getting 8 courses for the 600 because it'll bring you to the latest version. So,
But the important part that the audience needs to know is that this is the same as in the bar.
yep,
And where you have your account, and anywhere you play in the country, you get, your score is kept track of, right? So you get a national ranking and all that stuff.
correct.
Yeah, that's the fun part. So you can
You set up your
see how
character,
good you
your
are.
clubs, and all that other stuff, and play
Can you
online.
play with other people
Yep.
that you know?
Yes.
Now, does that work even in the bars? Like, if you're in a bar and can you log into that machine, and then your friends in a different bar, can you at the same time play the same thing?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. There's
I'm not against you having your game.
no. A lot of people have like Xbox and other gaming systems and stuff like that. But yeah, this was a big expense, and I was just like, I looked at how many rounds I played in bars, and it was over 1,800, and I averaged probably $4 a game.
Yeah.
At 1,800, I could have paid for 2 of these.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And that's just the game.
You'll still be tempted, though, when you're on the road,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh, yeah, I'll still play in bars on the road and stuff, but I'll be better.
Do you know what your ranking is, your national ranking right now?
Oh, it's like 2,000 something. I'm in
That
They break it down into.
I would have thought 20,000 with all the people that play that game, but so that seems
No,
good.
I'm usually in the. Well, hell, the top 100 players are incredible. Eventually,
They just hole in one every time, like Kim Jong-il.
like 38 under. It's like, and my top score right now is 22 under. So not quite in
that's
that
nice.
level yet, but we'll see if I keep playing 4 games a night at home.
How long does a game? You play 18 holes, right?
Yep.
So how long does that take?
Takes about 15 minutes when you're playing by yourself and you don't have to wait for people. And
Okay.
I've got
So you can blast through it in 15 minutes. If you had 2 of you playing, then it'll probably take
Yeah, and
40 minutes to play a game. or
and
something,
I've had
right?
games where we've played 4 people and it's been an hour and 20 minutes. It's like, what the fuck?
Right.
And then you're waiting too long in between shots and you lose concentration and you drink too many beers and you start hitting in the woods.
Well, I'm glad you got it because you deserve it.
Yep. But of course,
You really don't have much waste in your life. I can tell you that, ladies and gentlemen.
this is true.
Yeah, he's not running around buying a bunch of shit that's meaningless. It's all utility.
Yeah,
Like you have a TV in your garage. You have a garage set up like a bar,
correct.
and it just has that stuff that you use.
Yep, the
But then
dartboard.
you're not. Yeah, you're not blowing money on everything.
No, it's true.
You're a good boy, Davin.
Well, thank you, Jerry.
I have a money thing here
Okay.
because we're getting close to the end, aren't we? Let me see. What time is it?
We're 33
Oh, we
in.
got about 10 minutes. Here we go. I apparently had this thought at some point because it's been a long time since I got DoorDash,
Okay.
and so the topic is DoorDash tips should be shown to the driver because they don't see how much that you tip. So if you put an order in, you know how they'll ask you when you place your order, do you want a tip?
Right.
Before anything's happened, right?
Right.
So first of all, that doesn't make any sense because it should always happen after so that you can tip because of good service or bad service.
Right.
But the other part is that even if you tip high, the driver doesn't know it until they're done. So what is the purpose of the tip? If you can't tip high so that you get your shit correctly as a way to do that,
Can you edit your tip afterwards?
I don't think so. I think it is what it is.
Because I know, like,
Unless you call and complain, probably.
well, like Instacart, it shows you what your expected money's going to be.
Yeah, but that's just based on their suggested 15% or whatever.
Well, that's
Right.
That's what you'll get for doing that delivery. And it shows their tip in there as well. But they can go back
I
within
think you need to see the tip.
right. But they can go back within 24 hours and change that.
Oh, well, I could be wrong.
So maybe
I've never
DoorDash-
tried to go back and
But
change
but
it.
maybe DoorDash needs to do the same thing if they're not.
I think they need to show the people the tip.
I
so if
agree
you're going
with
to put
that.
a tip on there, let them know you did it so that you're not going to fuck them.
Right.
Because right now, it's meaningless to tip because you get the same service as you would without one. Because
Yep.
they don't even show you if they have a tip until after. You think that guy's going to remember you? How many different drivers come to your house for DoorDash if you do it?
Right. But what are their ratings too? You know, if their ratings are way up there, odds are that they're going to be decent, right?
Can you look at the ratings of the driver? You can't. You put the food in there, and they say, okay, a driver will pick it up. They don't offer up an assortment of drivers to choose
See,
from.
I don't do DoorDash, so I don't know. But I know Instacart, they rate you, and their ratings are based on all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, you can rate the drivers, too. But, again, that's kind of funny because what do you do as a consumer with that rating? Nothing. That's for the company.
Right, you're kind of stuck. If a
you
one-star
can't
driver
just go, oh, this guy got a shitty rating, fuck him, send it to someone else.
Yeah, but they get dropped off the platform if they're really shitty. You know?
Yeah. I usually rate, if I remember.
Yeah.
You can rate your last one for, I opened up the app and it had been like a month since we ordered anything, and I could still do the rating for the person. Stupid DoorDash.
Yeah.
So I might as well do the last money thing, since it's money related. I was in a hotel room in Phoenix, actually working for a change, and I was watching, and I didn't have to be to work until like 4 o'clock the next day, which I hate, but that means you don't have to go to bed really early.
Right.
And so I was watching the Squid Game.
Yes.
And I was binging through that one, which I liked well enough. I had the lights in the room down because I hate sometimes they have super bright lights. So then I'll like turn on the bathroom light so it just shines in and it lights the room up enough. You know, sit in a dimly lit room at night watching your shit, right?
Yep. You've always been weird with lights in hotel rooms, though. You tape over your smoke detector.
But those are
blinking
usually
light.
the little red lights,
Right.
and all that. So I was just kind of zoning out watching this thing, and I was vaping, which I've done in every hotel room since vaping existed.
Okay.
But I wasn't paying attention, and I have a new vaping thing that has much more cloudy smoke vapor, which isn't smoke, but it's just vapor, right?
Right.
And then what I thought was a sound that was on Squid Game turned out to be the fire alarm in my room going off. And it was at a time of the show where it would make sense to have that noise.
Okay.
Right? And I'm like, what the then? And I'm like thinking, that's weird. That's going on for too long. It doesn't make sense. And then right at that point, I hear bam, 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 bam on the door. So turn that off and get up, go to the door, and it's security. And they're pissed off because my fire alarm's going off because of the vaping.
Yep. And you're trying to tell them that you thought it was the new Philips Hue smoke detector.
The new Philips Hue smoke detector?
Yeah.
Trying to do a callback to an earlier thing, are we?
Trying.
Well, first, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to vape in rooms because I never saw that and never read anything about it.
Okay.
But apparently now they don't want you to do that. Second, I got a $50 fine
For vaping in a room.
because I vaped in the fire alarm. So it's the same type of thing as a cleaning fee. But the problem is, and they couldn't answer this question, what is the $50 for? It's not smoking. So I could see when you smoke in a room and it stinks up the whole room. But the vaping doesn't have a lasting effect on anything.
Yeah.
It's vapor. It's not smoking. It's not getting in their furniture and staying there forever. So it's just a way for them to make money. Again.
Who gets it? Who gets the money, though?
That's what I mean. The hotel gets it. It's a $50 fee for vaping in your room, just like if could be a $200 fee for smoking in your room.
Yeah.
But even $50, what's the purpose of the money is my question.
Oh, maybe it goes to the Christmas party. You know?
Yeah, damn you, Marriott, with your fucking $50 fee for having vapor in your room.
Yeah, let's
And
get
then the guy tells me, because you'd think it would be crazy, but the guy tells me, oh, yeah, these are new smoke detectors, and they're super sensitive. Sometimes they go off when people use hairspray too close to them when they're getting ready.
Well, that's
And
what
I'm like,
that's what you
and
should.
I didn't ask, but I should have said, did they get a $50 fine too?
What? Just because I'm bald, I can't use the hairspray excuse?
Yeah, I couldn't get away with pretending I used hairspray.
Oh, you
I
should.
can't in the future either.
You should have pulled the
But
whole
I mean,
wokeness.
that's a valid question.
You should have pulled the
To
whole
me-
wokeness on him. What are you saying? I'm bald? What? It's different for me because I'm bald? Are you a racist?
Are you accusing me of being bald?
Yeah.
Kind of a person are you?
Telling me if I had hairspray, which means if I had hair, I could be getting out of this $50 fine.
Shit, we should do that one day, we'll say this all the time, but we never get enough listeners to make even $1 off this show, so we can't sink money into it. But let's pretend that we had another phone that we could use and
Right.
wire into this. It would be fun to call the Marriott in Phoenix and say, hey, I heard that that you have new smoke detectors, and they're very sensitive, and sometimes they're even set off with hairspray. Is that true? Yes, sir, that's true. We're working that out. Okay, well, I got a $50 fine for vaping in the room. Do you give the hairspray people a $50 fine?
Yep, find out.
No. Well, then what's the fucking $50 for with the vaping? Because hairspray is probably, more dangerous. It probably sticks to everything,
Right, you got to clean that up.
Right. That's a real thing that you have to worry about getting on your property.
Yeah, and
not
if you light
steam.
if you light hairspray with a lighter, it lights on fire. If you light vapor with a lighter, it's vape.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
No.
It puts it out. So that's stupid.
Hey Jerry,
But
I got a question for you.
okay.
Okay, so we all know everybody's being politically correct, and you have to worry about what you say
back to
nowadays.
politics. Okay.
I know. I'm wondering why Black Friday is still a thing. How come they haven't culture canceled Black Friday?
I don't know what the origin of that is. Do you know why they call it Black Friday?
It's because the sales people or whatever come out of the red into the black.
Okay, yeah. For centuries, the adjective black has been applied to days upon which calamities occurred. Here it referred to the practice of workers calling in sick on the day after Thanksgiving in order to have a 4-day weekend.
Oh, I thought it had something to do
really?
with. I thought it had something to do with sales, with department stores finally
it
being
sounds
out
like
of the
out
red.
of the red and into the black, but
So can we have
so
a
Black Friday? Okay, damn it.
So would a White Tuesday be racist?
Yeah, damn it, I can't see the answer because they gave me one of these subscribe to our newspaper things.
Oh
Because
God!
it's not. They're saying on that one that it's not. Has nothing to do with the. They mentioned the whole out of the red and into the black.
Right.
But it also said it didn't have anything to do with people calling in sick. Whatever. Maybe we'll never know.
I don't know. Listeners, maybe they can tell us what it is.
Because this one says red to black on the History Channel.
Hey, there was a Green Wednesday. Did you know about Green Wednesday?
Okay, here we go. Sorry. I'm sorry, listeners, too. This says
Blow right
the
through
real,
me.
This is the, yes. Well, I'm reading it. So this is from the History Channel. It says the real history behind Black Friday, however, is not as sunny as retailers may have you believe. Back in the 50s, police in the city of Philadelphia, figures, used the term to describe the chaos that ensued on the day after Thanksgiving, when hordes of suburban shoppers and tourists flooded into the city in advance of the big Army-Navy football game held on that day, Saturday every year. Not only would Philly cops not be able to take the day off, but they would have to work extra long shifts dealing with the additional crowds and traffic. So, really? It's a Philadelphia thing?
I don't buy that one.
Well, that is the History Channel, damn it.
Okay.
It's not, CNN.
The same people that
Everybody
brought you
thinks lied.
the same people that brought you daylight savings time for no apparent reason. To feed the cows. Get kids
Let's
off
see if
to the
this
bus
thing
stop.
does it. Black Friday, market crash. It was, so we have 2 different places saying that it's the Philadelphia thing. And they're not copy and pasted.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you'll see the same story in
So-
a bunch of different things.
We learned something.
So that's Black Friday is a Philadelphia thing. The cops got so pissed off at all the people that they just called it Black Friday because it was a shitty day to work.
Science!
Science.
It's nothing to do with science.
None. Let's tease the next episode.
Okay. Is there
We'll talk about a car crash.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about the Freedom Phone. Maybe we'll talk more about slot machines.
Okay.
Or
Things in my
you can
belly
send
button.
us, you can send us topics from, things in Davin's belly button. Or you can send us topics to younameitpodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
And you can tell us what you'd like to talk about, which I probably should look at now and then.
Yeah, because now that we're starting to do them up again and you've got all your teeth in.
Yeah, got all your teeth in.
You got your teeth. Jerry's got his teeth in.
Hey, are you only allowed a certain amount of Google accounts? Because I don't see that in my... It used to be where I could just do the little thing, the little button in the corner, and I could just pick you name it, and it would go to that Gmail.
No,
Weird.
you should be able to. I can still. Well, I've got Windows 8. They're upgrading to Windows 10 soon, so I got to get upgraded. I
gotta
don't know if they
redo it.
changed it or not.
Great. I wonder if this was a good episode. What do you think?
I don't know. It was good to be back.
Yeah. Sort of a warm-up. So if anybody's pissed off, just realize we've been off for a while, and we
Right.
got to get the mojo back.
Yep, I didn't even drink during this episode. What the fuck?
That's the problem.
That could be.
I thought about drinking during this one. Next time, tell me, because I...
It's,
like you're gonna tell me
You can sleep in.
because I stared at this bottle of Bullet bourbon out in my garage when I was having a smoke and thought maybe I'll have a little glass of bourbon while we do the show for no reason, just because I'm unemployed and depressed.
Well, we'll save that for the next show as well.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to this episode of the You Name It podcast. Please share and like and share and listen and do all that stuff that people do.
Pop a wheelie, guys.